Well, it is getting to that time where we need to start preparing for Black Friday. It's about a week and a half away. We got the new promo, the FC Pro promo coming on Friday, and then we got the Black Friday promo, whatever that entails, coming on the next Friday. Let's prepare for it. Mbappe could be coming sometime soon. We'll look at the content stuff that's leaked. EA themselves, of course, leaking other kinds of content because today is Monday. They released that kind of tweet or that picture that they always tweet about with upcoming content. So yeah, let's get into it. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to MMOXP.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Won't spend too much time on content. 77 plus upgrade came out for 9 golds only, so much better than the other one, to be honest with you. And we got Selma Bacha, who looks very good as an SBC, to be honest with you. We talked about yesterday how she has the Whip Pass Plus, which is very good. Mix it in with 94 crossing with good defending, good pace as well. This card is very, very good. It can also get 3 inform upgrades possibly for this Bacha card. And Lyon's women's team, I'm pretty sure, is one of the best ones, I want to say. I think that's correct. So, you know, for an 85, yeah, 85 and 86, it seems like, okay, it's not cheap, but the fact that 3 inform upgrades, not even just +3s, +3 inform upgrades could happen here is crazy for this card, so don't sleep on it. This is gonna be one of the best left backs in the game in like no time, to be honest with you. So into the leaks now. First thing I want to talk about is EA trolling us, okay? I don't know why, just why, or do they get our hopes up for nothing? First of all, we got the Road to Knockout SBC that we saw today. It says players here, so maybe we'll get more than one. The Women's Champions League, NWSL End of an Era SBC. This is actually going to be End of an Era Megan Rapinoe, who is going to be the most disliked card on FUTBin immediately once this comes out, but it's probably gonna be a pretty good card, to be honest with you. So that's that one. Squad Foundations and Moments, okay, they're always pretty much trash. Theme Team XP Objectives, also Bundesliga Player of the Month SBC. This probably is gonna be Harry Kane. So we'll probably see Player of the Month Harry Kane. Notice though, it does not say League and Player of the Month. I'll get into that in a sec again as well. But then this down here says League and Upgrade SBCs, Icon Player SBC. So first of all, oh my god, League SBCs, like we're gonna get more of them. That sounds pretty awesome. That maybe we'll end up with more different kinds, right? That sounds pretty sweet. But don't worry. So this is the German one. Tweet this out first, by the way. And then an hour later, we get the full tweet from the English version. That then does not have League SBCs included in the picture. So it was a mistake. Okay. I saw it and I was like, oh my god, more League SBCs. This is amazing. And don't worry, Spreadsheet FIFA says jokers, absolute jokers. And the image is in 240p all of a sudden. Okay, thank you, X. Also, guys, a ton of people who are buying cards for the evolutions pre-Evo drop and then selling them for like 10,000 coins, like the Pedro Netos and the Bombas when he was 10,000 coins. Those kinds of players that go to 10k for the evolutions, pretty much everybody who buys them beforehand is and then selling them for 10k is getting coin wiped. Just be aware of that for whatever reason. Like that's kind of what is a trend right now. If you're buying cards for Evos beforehand, it's triggering something in the system and then you're getting coin wiped. So I don't know what's going on with that, but there was a bunch of people tweeting that out. So be aware of that. Marcel Sabitzer is leaked to come as a Moments SBC soon. Okay, you know, we'll have to see what the card looks like, but this is a throwback. You have to throw it back to the worst SBC of all time. That was, I think it was FIFA 21, FIFA 22 maybe, the one of the worst SBCs you've ever seen. 579,000 coins for this Marcel Sabitzer card was it honestly probably was the worst SBC ever, to be honest with you. It's at least in probably the top 5 or top 10. Also, I referenced this earlier, Player of the Month Mbappe. It's going to be announced 1 hour before content today. If he wins it, that or Zaire Emery will crush our dreams, says Foot Accountant. So I'm leaning towards Mbappe winning it. And the reason I am is because when we had Mbappe win it last year, there was like a week in between the SBC actually coming out to when he won it. Because they kind of want to wait like as long as possible a lot of the time to release that SBC. And if it was Zaire Emery who won it, who would get like an 84 half a decent card, I feel like the League and Player of the Month would have been on that screen, or that picture that we saw that would be coming this week. I think if Mbappe were to win it, they like to wait longer, and I think it will get it closer to Black Friday. So my guess is Mbappe is going to win it. I have no idea, of course, but the fact that it wasn't on that picture makes me think that they're going to wait a little bit. So also don't forget, base icon upgrade we have not seen yet, max 89 rated, and we also have not seen a Road to the Knockout or Trailblazers upgrade pack. So that could be coming out sometime soon as well. Could have been scrapped. It was leaked a while ago, but I still have faith that it probably is going to come out sometime soon. So first of all, preparing for Black Friday, it sort of does relate to the Player of the Month Mbappe, because that probably is going to come out next week. It was not on the picture, obviously we talked about that. It probably is coming next week. So we'll talk about that kind of lumped into Black Friday preparation. So first of all, what will the market look like during Black Friday? Well, let's go back and look at last year's market at a really expensive gold, like, you know, gold Kylian Mbappe, right? Mbappe's dropped a lot recently. He's 2.62. He was up at 3.2 about a week ago, I want to say. When you have Mbappe crashing, even though it's a gold card, he's basically an icon. Like, if Mbappe crashes, the whole market crashes because he's just like the best card in the game, right? Let's look at where he was last year. Obviously, 1 million coins last year compared to this year, he's 2.6 million. He won't be down to 1 million coins, but anyway, let's just look at what he was. Last year, huge panic sale, right? Then a little bit of a buyback, and then a dip again before Black Friday. Then once Black Friday, you know, was around, he kind of stayed the same price or so. The reason he kind of stayed around the same price right around Black Friday is because last year the promo actually wasn't that hyped up. There really wasn't that much other than store packs of Black Friday at all last year, which I understand is kind of the point usually, but we have had years in the past where it is a little bit more hyped up. But I'm pointing this out to you because what I think is going to happen is similar to what we saw last year. We'll see the market hit an absolute low point, which was right about here. It was Thursday before Black Friday. That was the low point, right? You see Mbappe just under 1 million coins there. It's pretty much 1 million coins all the way till the 16th of December. So 4 weeks after Black Friday, right? So the point of all of this here is there's going to be a low point right before Black Friday, if not the day of Black Friday. And then we'll see the market kind of go up again, just slightly, not a ton, but we'll see it go up over the course of that next couple weeks. Then once Christmas time starts coming and whatever promo's coming for that, hopefully Futmas, and then obviously during Team of the Year, the market sees a big crash. So that's what this trend's sort of saying, right? Then you see it kind of, you know, flatten out or even rise up a little bit all the way until the middle of December, then a huge crash again. And that's the crash we want to stay away from. But you're pretty much good once we get to that really, really low point right before Black Friday in sort of the heat of the pre-crash, and it could even be on that Friday. It's probably more likely to be that Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll see some pack leaks before that, maybe make a better judgment. Let's look at an icon like Butragueño, right? This is another good example of icons being, you know, icons and heroes being are the most stable cards in the game. What did they look like last year? Actually, bad example. He's got a World Cup card, so it's not like a Butragueño. Let's look at this mid-Thierry Henry, right? This is a card that's out since release. He's pretty damn good, but you expect him to sort of not move off from the power curve, but he's going to be getting towards like the baseline of the power curve as we get toward Black Friday, which I think some of the icons definitely are going to be getting more towards that point when we get closer to Black Friday. So here is what Henry looked like, right? Huge crash when we saw the other crash happen. But then as we get closer, he also pretty much bottoms out on like the day of Black Friday. You can see Saturday on the 26th of November, he's pretty much at his lowest point. Then rebounds back up like, you know, a couple days later, flat lines again, then crashes when we see that next crash happen before Black Friday. Or sorry, before Team of the Year, not Black Friday. So with icons, it's even a similar trend with them is kind of my point here. You will even see icons dip in the pre-crash. And to me, the fact that we have already seen a big crash even later than we were expecting, you know, like Franck Ribéry's now 1.3. He was 1.6 not long ago. He was 1.6 the entire year up until just literally a week ago, now 1.3. I think the sad reality of all of the store packs being released and the fact that the power curve is going to change very quickly because that's what EA want. The prices are probably going to do the same or a similar thing where we're going to see panic selling before Black Friday. You're going to hit that low point. You probably can start buying on Black Friday weekend, but you probably don't want to buy until then is the point. And that's pretty much a week and a half away. So basically what I'm going to say here is, do you sell right now if you have a team? To me, I think it's not the worst thing ever to sell and play it out all the way till then. I know it's kind of dumb because it's a week and a half away. You want to have fun with your team. As the market stands right now, there's been almost no rise for about a month now. At least a really substantial rise. Probably 3-4 weeks at least since the last substantial rise. It's really only gone down. We haven't even seen it stay stable too much. It's just been a slow downward trend for 3 weeks. So when you think about Black Friday, which hopefully is going to be even better of a promo than we saw last year, the gambling degens will still spend all kinds of money on all the packs, right? Think to yourself, is it really going to be any better? I don't think so. I think we're just going to see the market continue to drop. And the next buy time, to me, that's obvious, is probably going to be Black Friday weekend or right beforehand if we think the market has really bottomed out, which we'll talk about in our videos. You know, a card like Hero Smolarek, who is good, do not get me wrong, but you know, as we get towards a week and a half from now and 2 weeks from now, he'll be more toward the bottom of the power curve than he is right now. Of course, it's still a good card, still very, very usable, but we're gonna see him drop probably in the panic before Black Friday, especially when we start to see pack leaks, we start to see and hear all kinds of things. So the market before Black Friday, you know, probably not gonna be good. I think there'll be a buy time right around the time it comes out, and then the market usually stays stable for a pretty good amount of time, actually. Usually there's a few weeks where it's actually pretty safe to buy and sell cards. Then we start to see a more of a crash as we get toward the Christmas time, whatever the Futmas, hopefully, promo is going to be. That's sort of the long-term outlook for this stuff. So where do the coin-making opportunities really come in? Well, to me, they come in fodder. And you might be saying to yourself, well, Black Friday, it increases supply, so like, wouldn't we see a bunch of fodder going down in price because we're, you know, seeing so many packs being opened? Here's an example. Let's look at last year, Robert Lewandowski, right? Because he was a 91 last year, I believe I want to say. Yes, he was a 91 rated card. How did he do for fodder during Black Friday time? Well, let's have a look. So what was he going for right before that? He's going for right about, you know, low 60s to high 50s. And then let's have a look. So that's right before. That's Thursday, 24th November. He's going for 62,000 coins. Look on Friday and Saturday. He actually goes up to 67,000 on Sunday. So he goes up 8,000 coins because of SBCs being out and that kind of thing, despite obviously, you know, a ton of packs being open. So higher end fodder actually usually isn't a bad buy, even right before Black Friday. And the thing is, if we get Kylian Mbappe, there's no doubt 89s and 90s are going to be more in demand and probably rise whenever Mbappe comes out. I don't think it's going to be this week, but the point is, it's not actually as scary to buy fodder beforehand as you maybe would think. Yes, you obviously have some risk because of a ton of packs being opened, but it's not quite as bad as you maybe think it would be. So if we know a date Mbappe is coming out, and you know, say during the course of this week, we have an exact date of Mbappe coming out, and it's closer to Black Friday than you'd like it to be, it's actually still not that terrible of a buy to buy high-rated fodder. And still even right now, if we don't even talk about Black Friday, just this exact second, what do you want to do? I still think fodder is a decent buy because we have the icon pack coming, the possible party bag stuff. We got party bag rumors. We've got the Road to the Knockout, a Trailblazer pack. A lot of good stuff still possibly on the way here. And whatever the FC Pro promo is, you know, if it's not very good and we only have gamble SBCs for the most part, fodder's going to go up. So it's been one of the only investments all year you can pretty much foolproof make coins on, or at least make your money back, because EA obviously all they want you to do is spend money on SBCs and spend real money on store packs. That's what they want you to do. It's been one of the only safe investments. So that's where you want to stay. You want to stay in the fodder range, the little consumable investments, the non-rare gold investments, the gold rare investments for upgrade packs, right? Those types of investments you'd way rather stick towards than any sort of players. When base team of the weeks are 10,000 coins, you know, right now they're like 20,000 a piece, which is going to be, you know, that's pretty rare. I doubt they're going to stay this price for very long. Once they go back down to the 12, 10,000 coin range, stock up on Discard Informs. Really safe investments you just want to stick towards, because right now you just don't know what's going to happen with this market because EA are controlling it so heavily. So we finally have League SBCs, yay, but they're also just garbage. Good place to throw unwanted duplicate fodder, nothing more, nothing less, better than nothing for sure, but I miss the old League SBCs, and it wouldn't be a JFC video without complaining about something on a daily basis. But I mean, the content is so phoned in right now. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being way too cynical looking at things differently than maybe I should be, but every weekend, or every week, sorry, you can just guess the content that's coming out. It's just such a formulaic feel to it. It doesn't feel innovative. It doesn't feel surprising. It doesn't feel like anything that you kind of want it to feel like. That's one of the big problems right now that people probably can't put their finger on too much. You know, say you're enjoying the gameplay. I've gotten some of these comments and said like, hey, I actually kind of enjoy the gameplay, but I still don't really like this game. I think some of that is just that you've played this game before, but you also haven't. The content doesn't feel special this year necessarily. And there are definitely ways they could do that. And I think adding more game modes is going to make if they kept the content the exact same, but added a game mode that was casual and really like laid back, you know, there's ways to improve the content without necessarily changing the content full stop. You can add other things that would then help it. I don't know, but to me right now, it's so not innovative to me. The whole game right now just isn't. And I wonder why that is. Are they just too scared to lose money by changing the formula, or are they just kind of phoning it in? I don't know what it's looking like, what the plan is, and they're adding things now, so maybe it's just a matter of time. It's always hard to see more and more stuff. And yeah, I wouldn't say they're garbage, and I understand this point of view, you know, literally just cry about everything. I swear, Jesus, just enjoy the game. It's like, says the guy who just threw his controller in the wall playing Rivals. Like, you can play the game and also be critical of it at the same time and be conscientious that it doesn't feel like EA are putting in the work that they should be. At least that's my opinion. What do you guys think though? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I love reading them, and I love you, and I'll see you next video very, very soon. Peace.